It made me cry.
This One's Wife. Prince Harry's Silent Scandal. Hello, I'm H.G. Tudor. For some time, a stink has followed Harry around. No, for once I'm not referring to This One's Wife and her malodorous presence, but rather the stink of scandal. From time to time, the behaviours of Harry come in for criticism, not so much with regard to his treatment of his family and his arrogant and haughty man-child behaviours, but more in respect of incidents, for example, concerning the Africa Park scandal, where nothing appeared to have been done. The fallout and brouhaha associated with Centre Barley, which has momentarily gone quiet. The suggestion that he was engaged in the use of sex workers, who he subjected to physical violence whilst in the army. Allegations of nipple-twisting man-love. Financial chicanery, and other matters besides. Some of these allegations completely lack any evidence whatsoever and a little more than tittle-tattle and idle speculation from individuals seeking to provoke. In other instances, evidence has been put forward and interpreted in a particular way which is adverse with regard to Harry. It suggested that there is more on the horizon, and there is the possibility of old Fantapubes finding himself in chokey. Well, it remains to be seen whether that actually comes to pass. But I happened upon something in relation to Harry, which is described as a silent scandal, which is a rather strange publication. And I thought that I would share it with you, so that you could cast an informed ear over what I'm about to tell you, to make a determination as to what is it telling us about Harry. The article tells us this. There's always one moment, one photo, that was not supposed to exist. A blurry rooftop frame casually uploaded on a forgotten forum in Luanda, Angola, was just that. No caption, no watermark, just a candid shot of Prince Harry, relaxed, drink in hand, leaning slightly toward an unidentified woman. She had long, dark hair, a calm smile, and a familiarity that screamed anything but professional. And then it vanished. But in the age of Discord sleuths and screen-captured truths, nothing really disappears. Within hours, that image was everywhere. TikTok detectives, royal gossip pages, and Reddit theorists went into overdrive. The woman's identity became the internet's favourite mystery. Was this just a moment, or the first domino in a silent collapse? What made it worse? There was no context, no public event, no press, just vibes, late night, private rooftop energy. And phones are not usually allowed in these places, especially where oil elites and political powerhouses gather. Theories exploded. Who took the photo? Why delete it? More importantly, who want it buried? Back in California, This One's Wife posted a curious Instagram story. No words, just a glass of rosé beside soft-lit notebooks and white peonies. The timing? Hours after the rooftop picture began circulating. For some, it was a subtle dig. For others, a carefully crafted diversion. Either way, it did not land the way it was supposed to. Because all eyes had already shifted to Harry. He was supposed to be in Angola for noble reasons, following in his mother's footsteps, spotlighting landmine removal, but no one was talking about that anymore. The trip's cause faded into background noise. The rooftop image had taken over. According to Palace insiders, The night that photo was taken, Harry was off-grid. No events, no press, just untraceable hours in a 5-star hotel known for discretion. Around that same time, King Charles's aides reportedly tried arranging a Zoom call with Harry to ease family tensions. The call never happened. The excuse? Tech issues. No one believed that. Then came the whispers, not from the palace directly, but close. UK tabloids received an anonymous email with 5 chilling words. Nothing is as it seems. For veteran royal reporters, the meaning was clear. This was a quiet strike, a hit, not a defence, and it came from within. Suddenly, UK press flipped. Coverage turned colder. Once sympathetic headlines now read Harry's PR misstep and an unforced royal distraction. Even Sussex-friendly outlets had to acknowledge the firestorm. Meanwhile, TikTok was a frenzy of analysis. Elbow angles, posture breakdowns, jewellery comparisons. Some claimed to identify the mystery woman, old money British, educated in Switzerland, vacationing in Luanda that same weekend. The coincidences piled up too neatly. And this one's wife? Reports suggested chaos in Monty Shitshow. Shouting matches, missed calls, and one blind gossip item even claimed she was pacing barefoot, yelling Harry's name. Whether true or not, the energy had shifted. Something was cracking, not just online, but behind closed doors. Their team's silence only fueled suspicion. No denial, no statement, just an aggressive round of legal threats. Even gossip accounts that didn't post the image received takedown emails. The claim, defamatory inference. But if the photo was fake, why the legal panic? Soon, this one's wife's team launched her wine brand early, likely to shift the conversation. The promo was pink, soft, and perfectly curated, but the comment section wasn't having it. Thousands ignored the wine. They wanted the truth. Within an hour, comments were disabled. Then came the industry fallout. Influencers ghosted her brand, collaborators untagged photos. PR insiders started whispering she's losing control of the narrative. And Harry? Reports from Angola were not kind. Local volunteers said he seemed off, distracted, emotionally flat. A BBC reporter allegedly called him hollow. He skipped a gala dinner, citing a headache. Later, someone spotted him alone on the same rooftop from the photo. Coincidence? Maybe. But timing doesn't lie. The real shocker, a second image exists. Multiple sources confirmed it. Closer, clearer, more intimate. It showed Harry and the woman from the first photo seated together. Drinks in hand, bodies turned inward. No touching, no kiss, but no way to explain it as casual either. The photo hasn't been published because someone powerful buried it fast. Rumours say tabloid editors were offered the photo but passed. Legal threats were already flying. Not from Harry. Not from this one's wife, but from the woman's family. Old British aristocracy with deep connections and deeper pockets. So now the question isn't what happened, it's who is protecting who. Meanwhile, Netflix quietly paused the Sussex's next project, officially under review, privately dead in the water. This one's wife's birthday coverage was silent. Media partners went cold. Even Harry's old Vegas party photos started resurfacing, a reminder that the Wild Prince never really vanished, just rebranded. And this one's wife? She's smiling through interviews, launching wine, pretending the brand still holds, but insiders say the glue's drying up fast. No new family photographs, no joint appearances, just whispers, distance, and dread. Because if that second photo ever leaks, the one they're desperately trying to bury, there may be no crown, no brand, and no comeback left to salvage. This is the article that has been written. But what is it telling us? Scrutiny of the events as described show plausibility, but there doesn't appear to have been anything that has happened along the lines of which the author of this piece claims. Whilst there is much in it that has the air of authenticity and potential plausibility, certain aspects don't appear to add up. And how would the author of this piece have that level of knowledge? But what is its purpose? The most obvious one is that this is simply a story, taking information which could be plausible, that could happen, and it's nothing more than a piece of fan fiction. Someone with time who's a reasonably good writer that creates this short story just for their own entertainment, and that's it. But it finds itself out on the internet, published for some kind of purpose, which might simply be, I've written this and I'd like to share it. Tell me what you think. The place that this story has emerged doesn't come with any context in terms of explaining why it's been written and its purpose. It's just placed there on a website that's to do with confessions. It's clearly a story, and one which doesn't appear to have clear basis in truth. So the most obvious is it's simply a bit of fan fiction, some writing that someone has produced, and they've placed it on the internet for other people to enjoy. But then again, might it be hinting at something that actually happened? Might it be some kind of warning shot? Might it be an attempt to control the narrative by somebody that's suggesting there is something that's going on, that Harry has been up to no good, and they want Harry and this one's wife to know that they know? Might it perhaps have come from this one's wife, known for her leaks? Is this another attempt to control the narrative by smearing Harry to suggest that he has been engaging in some scandalous secret affair? Not necessarily having taken place in Angola, but that tale was simply used to highlight the fact that he's been playing away, to sow the seed, to start the concept in the minds of the public that Harry has been a naughty boy. And whilst it may not have happened in Angola, the story is just set there to place the seed of the idea in the minds of the public that he has been having an affair, which may have been taken more likely in the United States. Is somebody seeking to telegraph to individuals something that has been going on between this one's wife and Harry? Is it one of the press advisors for this one's wife, her PR people, that are suddenly starting a narrative to build up to potential divorce proceedings? Or is it nothing more than somebody's imagination that has found its way into writing, and there is nothing more to it than that? I thought I would share this with you because I think it's an interesting story, but moreover, I wanted to gauge what you all thought about it, to ascertain where are your thoughts on that scale of ascertaining information about the Sussexes. Do you belong to the I need to see hardcore evidence and I will critically evaluate it? And if I don't see that, then I simply believe that it's tittle-tattle and it's made up for clicks and so forth. Are you rather cynical about the provision of information and think, actually, it's what it doesn't say that's more important than what it does say? Do you think that there is this level of chicanery that takes place behind the scenes, orchestrated by the Sussexes and their PR people? Do you think that this might actually be this one's wife beginning to smear Harry because he has been having an affair and she's found out, and rather than erupt, she wants to get the people on her side with a piece such as this? I'd be interested in your thoughts to gauge, as I say, where you, the viewers, stand in relation to this kind of evidence. Share your thoughts with me in the comments section about this supposed silent scandal of Prince Harry. Do you think it's real? Do you think it's entirely imagined? Or do you think it's hinting at something else and somebody else is looking to control the narrative? I look forward to reading what you have to write. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.